Why, hello everyone, this is Lady Sylvanas, your Warchief speaking. Just kidding, it's only Mike from Box and Jacquilope, and welcome to the channel, guys. Today I want to talk about Sylvanas and what I think about her in Battle for Azeroth after everything's been developed. Do I think she's still gonna get garroshed? That's probably like the number one question I ask myself when I talk about Sylvanas Windrunner to people. And overall, I want to say no. The reason I think no is because people are actually backing her so far, the storyline. I mean, people make some snide remarks about her, like Bane in the capital city in the Horde. You could tell he doesn't really care for her too much. Same with the few other NPCs, but for the most part, the Nightborn are backing her. Garona is helping the Thanos on the boat. I mean, the Horde is pretty united right now. So I think where Sylvanas is going to succeed, where Garrosh failed, it's in uniting the Horde. She knows not to alienate her allies, because that's where she's going to fail. Now, I don't want to be 100% like incorrect on this, because I kind of skimmed through before the storm, but I recall there's actually a bit of dialogue there where Sylvanas talks about not becoming like Garrosh. You know, she wants to succeed where he failed. And I actually am really intrigued by her character right now. If you recall, if you go back to my old videos, you can see me bitching about Sylvanas Windrunner, saying I hate her, I hate that she's Warchief, I think she's interesting. But after a while, the notion of her being Warchief has started to really grow on me. You know, I was a huge fan of the faction war in MoP and Cataclysm, and I liked what Garrosh did, not like turning against his people, but I liked like Cataclysm Garrosh when he wasn't a total asshole in Stone Talon, and I'd like to, you know, continue the faction war in some way. I know that sounds really dumb, but I actually like how, you know, I feel like, you know, it's Warcraft. It's really cool to have that conflict. It's fun hating an enemy for once. Like, for instance, Jaina Proudmoore, I can relate to what she went through, and I understand why she hates the Horde, but as a Horde player, I hate Jaina Proudmoore, if that makes any sense. I think she's despicable, because from my point of view, she abandoned the world in Legion and wants me dead when I pretty much saved the world like 3 times over on my Horde character. Not to get like really cheesy about that, but that's just what I'm saying. And the Alliance obviously have plenty of reason to hate Sylvanas, considering what she did in Hillsbrad, Gilneas. I mean, the way it's set up is actually pretty nice. I like actually how the Battle for Undercity went down. Sylvanas in a way is right. She doesn't want to let the Horde die. I think the way she used it, like the plague, goes against what I believe in, what the Horde should be. But she does bring up a good point that sometimes, you know, I guess the honor code is almost a little bit foolish. And Sarfang was pretty much just waiting to die. She wanted to see the Horde move on, and I don't blame her for that. It would, you know, obviously I'd be pretty upset if the Horde died. But I think there's some untapped potential for Sylvanas. Whether she's going to be killed off or not, I personally don't think so. I think it's a red herring right now, and I think they're setting her up for some really interesting shit. A big theory right now is that death counters the void, and I could see that with all the spoilers right now for those who haven't finished Kultiris. It's revealed that Bolvar Fourdragon's daughter joins the Alliance, so they're definitely gearing towards an undead-themed patch or expansion. I'd prefer not to go back to Northrend, but I am glad to see the Scourge be back in the storyline in some way. I just think that would be very interesting if that's what counters the old gods. And obviously, I don't want everybody to be undead to beat the old gods, but it would just be pretty interesting if that's Sylvanas' role in all of this. You know, everybody has a destiny for a reason. I think something that's been a common theme ever since the end of Wrath of the Lich King for the Forsaken is they don't feel they have an identity after they killed Arthas. You know, their whole goal was to pretty much avenge themselves. The fact that he took their lives, you know, and that they freed themselves from his grasp, and they really don't have an identity. But Sylvanas' whole thing is, let's keep the Forsaken going forward. But maybe she's gonna realize the Forsaken are the key to destroying evil in the world. You know what I mean? Like, so that would be an interesting twist for them, almost like Sarah Kerrigan in StarCraft. So I'd be really interested to see where they go with Sylvanas from here. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think of Warchief Sylvanas? Do you love her? Do you hate her? Are you like me, where you didn't really like her at first, but she's been growing on you, and now you're just fully backing the Horde because the faction conflict is a fun storyline? Anyway, guys, I'm Mike, and Jackie wasn't here, but
I'm Jackie.
And we'll see you next time.
Hello, this is your Warchief speaking, and I have to say it's getting rather boring watching all these Alliance players running away from every battle. But anyways, I'm heading over to Cold Stone Creamery, and I gotta tell you, cookie dough ice cream with Reese's peanut butter cup bits is my favorite delight. See you guys in the next episode.